Good morning students. Welcome to the class. In the previous class we completed the video format lines, fields and frames. Okay. Now the concept of all these things. Today I will discuss about the video compression technique. Okay. So let us discuss in detail video compression technique. Because of the large size associated with video files, video compression decompression program known as codec have been developed. Okay, we use video compression technique because the large size cannot be played or cannot be transferred or cannot be traveled. So for this reason we can reduce the video files, okay, or reduce the size of the video files. This program can substantially reduce the size of video files, which means that more video can fit on a single CD and that the speed of transferring video from a CD to the computer can be increased. Okay. There are two types of compression technique. One is your lossless, another one is your lossy. Okay. Lossy compression actually eliminates some of the data in the image and therefore provides greater compression ratio than the lossless compression. That means in the lossy compression technique it eliminates some of the data in the image. When the compression ratio is made high, the quality of decompressed image becomes poor. Thus, the trade-off is file size versus image quality. If you what do you want? You want the file size or you want the quality of the image? Okay, depend upon this. Lossy compression is applied to video because some drop in the quality is not noticeable in the moving images. In the lossy compression, some images are also eliminated or removed. But when we play this video, but not it will show the it will not display the noticeable things which he eliminates. Okay. Certain standards have been established for compression program, including JPEG and MPEG. JPEG stands for Joint Photographic Expert Group. MPEG stands for Motion Picture Expert Group. Okay. Both of these programs reduce the file size of graphics image by eliminating redundant information. MPEG and JPEG both reduce the file size of the graphics image. Often areas of an image contain similar information. Okay. JPEG compression identifies this area and store them as block of pixel instead of pixel by pixel, thus reducing the amount of information needed to store the image. In the JPEG, it will store the block of pixel instead of the pixel by pixel. That means one by one pixel it can not store, it will store the block of pixel. Compression ratio of 20:1 can be achieved without substantially affecting the image quality. Compression ratio of the JPEG 20:1 is without affecting the image quality. That means it cannot affect the image quality. A 20:1 compression ratio would reduce a 1 MB file to only 50 KB. That means 1 MB file can reduce to 50 KB, but it will not affecting the image quality. Okay. MPEG adds another process to still image compression when working with video. MPEG looks for the changes in the image from frame to frame. Okay. Keyframes are identified every few frames and the changes that occur from keyframe to keyframe are recorded. Okay, this is the process of MPEG. MPEG can provide greater compression ratio than JPEG, but it requires hardware that is not needed for JPEG compression. It is greater compression ratio it can provide, but it requires the hardware. A hardware, that means a card inserted in the computer. Okay, but JPEG not needed these things. This limits the use of MPEG compression for multimedia titles because MPEG cards are not standard on the typical multimedia playback system. Two widely used video compression software programs are Apple's QuickTime and Microsoft Videos for Windows. Okay. QuickTime is popular because it runs on both Apple and Windows based computer. It uses lossy compression coding and can achieve the ratio 5:1 to 25:1. Okay, ratio. Video for Windows uses format called audio video interleaved or AVI format. Okay, like QuickTime synchronizes the sound and motion of video file. In this example, the unchanging background is stored only once every 15 frames. That means the background scenes are stored only once. Every 15 frames it will store only once, not one by one. Okay. Only the moving spaceship is recorded frame by frame. Okay. So this is concept of the video compression technique. Next we discuss about the MPEG compression technique. Okay. MPEG stands for Moving Picture Export Groups, which work to generate the specification under ISO and the International Organization for Standard, and IEC, the International Electrotechnical Commission. Okay. What is commonly referred to as MPEG video actually consists. Present time two finalized standards are there. One is MPEG 11, another one is MPEG 22. With a third standard, MPEG 4 was finalized in 1998 for very low bitrate audio visual coding. Okay. So MPEG 1 and MPEG 2 standard, that means one is your MPEG 11 and one other one is your MPEG 22, are similar in basic concepts. They both are based on motion compensated block based transform coding technique, while MPEG-4 deviates from these more traditional approaches in its usage of software image construct descriptors for target bit rates in the very low range, which is less than 64 kb per second. Okay. Because MPEG 1 and 2 are finalized standards are both presently being utilized in a large number of applications. This paper concentrates on compression technique relating only to these two standards. Okay. Here there is no reference to MPEG 3. This is because it was originally anticipated that the standard would refer HDTV application, but it was found that minor extension to the MPEG 2 standard would suffice for this higher bitrate or higher resolution application. So work on a separate MPEG 3 standard was abandoned. So for this MPEG 1, MPEG 2, after that MPEG 4 can be introduced. Okay. The current thrust is MPEG 7, which is Multimedia Content Description Interface. Okay. Whose completion is scheduled for July 2001. Work on the new standard MPEG 21 multimedia framework has started in June 2000 and has already produced a draft technical report and 2 calls for proposals. So this is your concept of MPEG compression. Next we discuss about the MPAC-1. MPAC-1 was finalized in 1991 and originally optimized to work at video resolution of 352 into 240 pixel at 30 frames per second. This is your NTSC standard. Okay, NTSC based, or 352 into 288 pixel at 25 frames per second. This is based on the PAL standard and commonly referred to as source input frame. Source input format is source input format video. Okay, it is often mistakenly thought that MPAC-1 resolution is limited to the above size, but it in fact may go as high resolution also. The resolution is 4095 into 4095, that means in 1 second 60 frames can be passed. Okay. The bit rate is optimized for application of around 1.5 MB per second, but again can be used at higher rates if required. MPAC-1 is defined for progressive frames only and has no direct provision for interlaced video applications such as in broadcast television application. Next we discuss about the MPAC-2. MPAC-2 was finalized in 1994 and addressed issue directly related to digital television broadcasting, such as the efficient coding of field interlaced video and scalability. Okay. The target bitrate was raised to between 4 and 9 MB per second, resulting in potentially very high quality video. Okay. That means if the bitrate is raised to your 4 to 9 MB per second, then the video quality is high quality video. Okay. MPAC consists of profiles and labels. The profile defines the bit stream scalability and the color space resolution, with the label defines the image resolution and the maximum bit rate per profile. Okay. Probably the most common descriptor in use currently is main profile, main profile, main label, which is your MP@ml, which refers to 620 into 480 resolution video at 30 frames per second. All these things, all of you only remember this. These things all comes in your exam as a short notes. Okay. At the bit rates, and it is based on the NTSC standard, broadcast standard, at bit rate up to 15 MB per second. Okay. Bit rate is your 15 MB per second, and the standard is based on the NTSC standard, and the frames per second is your 30 frames per second, and the resolution is your 720 into 480 resolution. Okay. Another example is the HDTV resolution. HDTV resolution is 1920 into 1080 pixel at 30 frames per second, and bitrate is up to 80 MB per second. Okay. So this is the example of main profile high level. This is the example of main profile main level, and this is the example of main profile high level. That means MPAC-2 version has two types of descriptor. One is MPML, another one is MPHL. Okay. So that's all in this class, and your CGM theory is completed and the last chapter also completed. All of you go through these notes and listen the video carefully and read the notes carefully and prepare for your exam. Okay. So best of luck. Thanks for watching the video and thank you.